You are watching EAC News. Thanks for joining us. Now for a look at news making international headlines this Friday, the 24th of December.
4 people were injured when a fire erupted on Thursday at Exxon's complex in Baytown, Texas, one of the largest refining and petrochemical facilities in the United States. Those injured were in a stable condition and all other personnel were accounted for. Refinery manager Rohan Davis has announced that the blaze had affected a gasoline unit. The Baytown plant houses a chemical plant, an olefins plant, and the country's 4th biggest oil refinery, which can process 560,500 barrels per day of crude. The fire has occurred in a hydrotreater unit at the oil refinery that was shut on Wednesday due to a bypass line leak. Sources familiar with plant operations has confirmed, adding that those injured were contractors who had been repairing the leak. 3 of the injured were flown to the hospital by life flight rescue helicopter and a 4th person was taken by ambulance, Harris County Sheriff Ed Gonzalez has said. Initial reports had indicated there had been some type of explosion at the plant. A blast shook buildings in the area. The Baytown Olefins facility, which began operations in 1979, is one of the largest ethylene plants in the world, according to the company's website. Production was reduced across the Baytown refining and petrochemical complex in August 2019 because of a fire in a propylene recovery unit at the olefins plant.
Bangkok Port Custom Office has intercepted more than 193 kilograms of amphetamine hidden in 15 punching bags found for Australia, where it would have a street value of almost $30 million. Officials told a news conference the shipment was inspected by Thai customs after authorities grew suspicious since the Thai-made boxing training tool is not in high demand in Australia. They did not provide details of when the drugs, worth a total of $3.5 million, were seized. Australian Border Force Acting Superintendent Joan Carruthers has stated that Australia consumes around 11 tons of methamphetamine per year and spends over $11 billion on illicit narcotics. Officials have reported the source of the shipment is a Thai boxing equipment company. Both Thai and Australian authorities are working together in the investigation.
And the death toll from the sinking of a 12-foot-long cargo ship off the coast of northeastern Madagascar rose to 85 on Wednesday, as bad weather ended the search for 5 missing passengers, the maritime agency said. The dead include 5 children. Maritime authorities say 50 people have been rescued after boat sank with 138 people on board. The ship, which was not authorized to take passengers, was overloaded and water flooded the engine before it sank on Monday, reported by the Director of Operations at Sea at the Maritime and River Port Agency. 50 survivors have been found, APMF has said, while the search for the 5 remaining missing passengers has resumed on Thursday. One of the search helicopters carrying General Serge Gele, who heads the National Gendarmerie, crashed at sea late on Monday. Gele was found alive on Tuesday morning after 12 hours, during which time he used the pilot's seat as float. He wasn't wearing a life jacket. Fishermen eventually found him early in the morning after he called for help. Another passenger from the helicopter, a mechanic, was also found alive. 2 other passengers are accounted for. The Ministry of National Defense has praised in a statement the work of the soldiers of the field during the rescue operations.